Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Defenders. In the last episode, I took on a giant demon lord boss thing. It was pretty cool, but I kinda destroyed him. And now in this level, we're in the servants' quarters, and I don't really like this level. It's probably my top 5 least favorite. And something you may have noticed is that now, instead of getting 40 gems, or 40 mana for green gems, we're getting 70, which is 1 purple, which is 50, and then 2 green ones, which is 20, which adds up to, what was it? 70. 70, and I just decided not to put that one there. I'm gonna put it here. Because there's a door right there, and a door right there. So those enemies will come through here, and then go that way, while these enemies come through here, and go this way. So, I'm going to put my new lightning tower, which I think I've been calling a Tesla tower, but I mean, come on, it's a lightning tower. Put that one there. Which it does cost quite a bit, which means I probably shouldn't have put them in there. So then there's also this door here that leads up this pathway and over here. And there's a crystal. And then there's the Defender's Forge. And this I like to call the pit, like the Servant's Quarters pit, because a lot of enemies come through here. And then it's just this nice little area for you to bottleneck them and destroy them and then, oh look, there's another crystal! Because as you might have already noticed, in this level, there are 2 crystals that you have to defend. Which, the first 4 levels, you only defend 1, in the next 4 levels, you defend 2, and in the final 4 levels, you defend 3. So, gotta think about where to put my defenses, because especially in this level, you're kind of limited on like how many defenses you can put at each door, because there are 6 doors that you need to defend against, and they're pretty spread out, so you can't always put one set of defenses to block 2 doors. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one here. This is probably not a good idea, because now all I've got enough mana for is Magic Blockade. Now, here, something interesting, whenever I'm defending this side, I always feel like I have to block off this entire wall with defenses, but I really don't, because all the enemies will be coming up and then attacking this Magic Blockade while the Fireball Tower destroys them. But they're not just gonna walk around it. Like, in a lot of tower defense games, the enemies will just kind of walk around your defenses and ignore them, but because they can and will attack them, you only need to put 1 there to attract all their attention, or either way they'll just be attracted to the Fireball Tower. And the Dark Elf enemies will kind of avoid it, but the Fireball Tower will be enough to destroy them. Now again, with the Lightning Tower, it'll do electric damage, so any enemies that are electric resistant are just going to walk right by. So especially for this first level, I'm going to have to be moving around and shooting stuff with my new staff. Just like that. And I know I didn't put any defenses over here, so because there's only 3, so just get rid of them. See how easy that was? Now I need to run all the way back. Using the shift to look at the mini-map so I know where all the enemies are at and how well the defenses are doing. Yep, that's good. Apparently no electric type enemies came through this door, so all is well with that plan. I could put another Magic Blockade, like here or something, just to make sure that everyone gets attacked by the Lightning Tower, but instead I'm going to put a Fireball Tower here. That way it doesn't matter which element they are, one or both of my defenses are going to attack them, which I think is pretty clever. And that sort of mode of defense or strategy only costs 200 mana, which, as you might be able to guess, I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to put the Fireball Tower in front, because it has more range, which technically I should have put the Lightning Tower in front, because it has more range. But, maybe do it that way. And this one, I might put another tower there eventually, but for right now it's good. Because the Fireball Tower can attack all enemies, and it's strong enough, especially with the Magic Blockade there, to defend it. And just gathering up some more mana, so I can defend the rest of my defenses. Yeah, again, I'll just leave that one. So really, all my defenses are pretty much covered. So yeah, I will put another Fireball Tower. Actually, no. I'm gonna put a Lightning Tower. I think that's what I'm gonna do on all of my defenses. But again, they're 120 mana, so I'm not gonna be able to defend all of them with that. Or I'm not gonna be able to summon Lightning Tower in all of my defenses just yet. And just going over for this last chest, and then I'll go put some defenses on the other one. And again, you may have noticed that I left one of the doors undefended, unguarded, because I'm just going to defend that on my own, so I don't have to use my mana on that door quite yet. And I will explain a little bit about why I'm choosing to save that one to be defended last. Because even now I have enough mana for one tower at least. It's all chests? Okay. One reason is because I like to show off. Okay, so now we might use that arrow thing. I don't know why it's called there. I think I already mentioned that. Yeah, that was all the enemies from that door. But now the enemies are stronger because now it's the second round. And it's easy. I always find this level, the first two rounds are really easy. The first one, obviously, because you're just starting out, so they want to give you something easy to get through. But then the second round almost seems easier than the first. And I'm going to put a Magic Blockade just in case. Even though they're already covering both elemental damages or effects or whatever. So the Magic Blockade isn't really there for their defense. It's not there for the elemental aspect of it. It's just there to defend them in case anything wrong happens, anything goes wrong. I'm not really sure what I'm doing at the moment, because on this level, I really don't stick to the same plan ever. I tend to just do whatever seems right, even though I have no idea what I'm actually doing. Even though I talk about all the strategy, nah, not on this level. Doesn't really take much. Just gotta put some amount of defense on each door. And of course I am leaving that one door open, because I just want to defend it on my own, which isn't always the best idea, and I really shouldn't be spending my mana like this, because I'm just upgrading something that I already know is going to be useless. So on that note, I'm going to put a Magic Missile Tower right there. Because, as you can see, there are mages coming through there. And the reason why I put the tower way over here is because, like I said in the last video, the mages spawn skeletons, and they heal, and they attack from a distance, and they're quite cowardly. So if I put the tower like right here, then it's attacking all right here, but then the mage will probably be like right here, out of range, and then just be spawning skeletons endlessly, and then nothing will ever get done. So that's why I'm putting it way over here, so that there's enough room for the mage to come out of hiding, and then, you know, the tower can eventually kill him. And just put another one. Never mind, I'm not going to put another one. I'll just do something else. So let's look at this wall, or this door. Also, you can get lightning power. Lightning tower. It's pretty good. Shoots a beam of lightning. Uh-oh. Something else. Oh yeah. I really should. I died of the last enemy. Okay. And what I really don't like about dying is, you know, one, the whole dying thing, but then also you lose all the mana that you were carrying. You don't get to just drop it, pick it up later. You just lose it. Really lame. So I just go around collecting everything. And all the mana. I'm gonna upgrade that defense and then need some more. So I definitely need some more. Arcade here. So again, I don't need to put it exactly blocking the way, just in the way, and that should be good. I should have known one magic missile was not going to be enough, even though I think that was all I had enough for. I'm not sure, but I shouldn't have upgraded other stuff, and I knew that I needed more defenses there. So that was a foolish thing for me to do, but you know, at least you can learn from my mistakes. So, you know, I'm sure you wouldn't really make that mistake on your own, but just on the slight chance that you do, now you can learn from my mistake. And again, just collecting mana, as usual, exploring. One thing I do like about this level is that there's no ogres, because those are always tough. Well, pretty much always. You can just upgrade these just to be safe, even though I'm sure they'll be fine. It's those kobolds I really don't like. Kobolds and mages. Because the kobolds always tend to light themselves before they're within range of enemy, or my attacks, not enemy attacks. They're enemy, but yep. You know what I mean. Also really good at killing me, like, not the actual towers, but the actual player, because their explosions do a lot of damage, and because I haven't, like, upgraded my own engineering, because the point of engineering is just build defenses, not to be a DPS, secondary defenses. What I do like about the defense is and I can just tap them, and whenever they get hurt, they kind of get stunned, so they're not going to be able to hit me if I keep attacking them. Like I said, there's no ogres. However, because there's no ogres, on the final wave, I was going to say final round, but final wave, all the enemies get stronger. And it's kind of annoying, because I could go through this whole thing thinking, yeah, my defenses are fine, nothing's gotten past. And then the final wave kicks in, and then everything is really strong. And then that defenses usually get broken at some point. And it's not good. But again, I'm not gonna fortify my defenses on that one door where I'm always at, because I'm always there. So hopefully my attacks will be enough to defend against this final wave. But again, you know, me and my foolishness, I'll probably get overrun and then need to resort to some emergency tactic. And everything else, I mean, again, because nothing really got through before, I'm thinking, oh yeah, everything's fine. But because the final wave is coming, I'm just gonna upgrade this one over here. Just do the lightning tower. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put lightning just cause. Even though I said I wasn't gonna put lightning. And that's another thing. Lightning towers are really good against mages because they can zap the skeleton and then the lightning will just go all the way back down to the mage. See, you can see it's already stuck on there, right? Lightning tower can attack a lot of people at once. It's very useful. Oh, no, put that. Good. This one's really easy because not that many people. That one was fire type, so the fireball tower wasn't that bad. The lightning tower was too slow to kill it. And huzzah! We win! Yay! This is stronger, but I have to be level 20, so I can't use it. So. I'm probably only going to use the items, I think I already said it, but I'm probably only going to use the items that I get from bosses. Because that just seems like the right thing to do, and that one can't even use to level 27. Ridiculous. Also, to level 27. I just don't want to use armor. Actually, oh look, I do have stuff. I forgot I had books. So yeah, that was this level. Nothing really else to say about it. This one looks cool, but man, level 20. So lame. Oh, I forgot to get that chest. That's funny. Alright, so thanks for watching. That's it for this video, and I'll see you next time.